Hey fellow health and fitness nuts, I'm going to show you how you can achieve your health and performance goals by 1. Eating protein correctly, and 2. Boosting your recovery. If you are struggling with the knowledge on how to eat the right amount and type of protein, then you're in the right place. My name is David Katz, and with the fitness freak Mark Wolff, who is a certified exercise and sports nutrition expert, we want to help you wade through the tons of protein misinformation and confusion in an overloaded market. Now, there are 4 key secrets we want to share with you. 1. How to separate the good from the bad. 2. How important the timing of protein intake is for muscle recovery. 3. The power of clean, plant-based protein. And 4. How you can boost your immune system in the recovery process. Mark, secret 1. How do you separate the good from the bad?
When it comes to looking at a product, I think it's very important to understand that yes, you get products that have maybe similar functionality, but one product might be a lot more expensive than another product. But we have to look at the content of the particular products, the ingredients. One product might have one particular ingredient that they're promoting, but the quality of that ingredient is not great. They use fillers, etc. There's a lot of companies out there, and for them it's about volume sales, and they cheapen the product in order to bring down the cost so that people will just buy it because it's more affordable.
What do you personally look at when buying or developing a product?
What I look at when it comes to looking at a product, number one, I want to make sure that the product is completely natural as possible. I do not want synthetics in there. I do not want unnatural flavors. I do not want unnatural colors. I do not want anything in there that's synthetic that I think is going to be hazardous to my health. And I think that that's quite important to stress. I'm not one of those that will compromise on the quality of a product ever. And what I tell people is that I would never put anything into any products that we manufacture that I wouldn't consume myself. I'm quite freakish that way. I'm ultimately responsible for whatever goes into the mouth of our consumers, so I need to be able to consume it. I want to be happy that if I'm consuming it and it's healthy for me, then it's healthy for them, because ultimately we are responsible for what they're consuming and what we're putting out there.
So when looking at protein as a supplement, look at food grade. It might be a bit more expensive, but it will without a doubt be more effective. And think about this. If you add up the amount and the quantity or quality of protein you get from your eggs, meat, fish, dairy, plants, whatever your food source, it's A, hard to measure, and B, hard to control the sourcing and the quality. Speaking of which, Mark, talk us through secret 2, the science behind protein.
Okay, when it comes to protein consumption, the human body is only capable of absorbing and processing a certain amount of protein every couple of hours, and generally we call it like the 7 to 10 grams per hour. There are exceptions, obviously, and it depends on how much muscle tissue damage you've done, but ultimately it's better to spread and periodize your protein intake through the day. Generally, most commonly we look at anything between 15 and 30 gram protein servings per single sitting. And that can be consumed every 2 to 3 hours, and that would be much better to try and make sure that your body processes and absorbs that amount of protein a day.
With that said, what is one of the biggest recovery mistakes that people make?
Remember, if you want to recover, your body needs to be in what we call an anabolic state, which is a positive nitrogen balance, which means that you cannot eat protein in a deficiency. You need to eat the right amount of protein, and the best way to get your protein intake in is to actually spread it through the day, from the morning all the way through to the evening, and that's key.
Okay, Mark, secret 3. This still seems crazy to me, but there's a huge misconception around plant-based protein not being as effective for muscle protein synthesis. Fact or fiction?
The one thing I love about plant-based proteins is they are very clean. The way they're manufactured and processed is a very clean process. They're very healthy, they're very good, and I can tell you this now, that they're actually much closer matching amino acid profiles to human protein amino acid requirements as opposed to, say, an animal-based protein. 32GI plant-based protein uses a combination of rice and pea protein isolate, and we blend those two together. Why did we blend the two together? It's quite simple. We wanted to make sure that there was a full and rich amino acid profile. Sure, pea protein on its own is great, but it is lacking in one of the essential amino acids, whereas the rice protein complements that. So the two put together will actually complement each other The 32GI plant-based protein has around a 22 gram protein serving, absolutely fine. It's a perfect protein serving. And you can blend it into a smoothie if you really want to add some more carbohydrates with it, or even into a porridge. But the nice thing is it can still be consumed on its own, and it will allow for a nice protein portion.
Plant protein not being as effective is simply not true. But don't just take our word for it. With the amount of crap out there in everything we eat, Mark's notion of keeping it natural and clean is something people are loving. How much easier would life be if you could be rest assured that your protein only contained natural colors and flavors, was preservative free, and was dairy, gluten, soy, and GMO free as well?
3 years ago, I embarked on a journey where I wanted to be completely dairy-free in my diet after numerous sinus operations. So basically, I was searching for a product that could help me recover faster after a hard day at work, and then on top of that do a hard training session at track, and then go to bed and do a hard bike session the next day. So I opted for the 32GI vegan protein product, which is 100% plant-based. And what attracted me to this product is the fact that there is no sugar and no nonsense in the product.
Now I know what you are thinking. I heard sugar-free. Don't you need sugar to trigger MPS? Mark?
So to trigger muscle protein synthesis, a lot of people say that you have to consume it with carbohydrates. It's not necessarily true. Sure, a carb and a protein together can upregulate amino acid uptake. However, generally I would actually say rather periodize your carbohydrates and focus on carbohydrate intake post-exercise to help with recovery, especially if you depleted your glycogen stores and you need to replenish them. And obviously you can consume protein. But protein is really there for muscle protein synthesis. Without any of the other macronutrients, protein is required for muscle protein synthesis. You need to try and hit what we call leucine trigger, which is around 2.5 to 3 grams of leucine, which is one of the branched chain amino acids. And generally, if you take a serving that is substantial enough, that should be enough to trigger muscle protein synthesis.
Compartment of the product that stood out for me is the fact that there's leucine within the product that is designed especially for women to help us with our recovery process.
So there are two words that are intertwined here, protein and recovery. And 32GI protein is proving to be a recovery and performance booster for athletes.
How's it all? I'm sure this is a view that we're very similar with during lockdown, chasing our avatars on Zwift. Straight off the bike, I'm going to have some protein recovery powder. It's one of the few that I can just drink with water and enjoy the taste of. I do like to stick it into a smoothie.
I've been using it for the last 3-4 weeks, and I can feel the difference in my running also now. I can see my recovery is so much quicker.
It's great as a recovery, but also and above that is also awesome for the daily protein intake.
Just finished the afternoon run, so that means it's time for 32GI protein recovery drink.
And this product has really helped me to recover faster. It's enabled me to actually go hard again on the next day.
Thanks, Danine. A lot of people often complain about the taste of plant protein, but 32GI's protein tastes incredible and is sugar-free, using just a little bit of stevia for some added natural sweetness.
It is absolutely incredible. I'm so excited with it. My absolute favorite flavor is the chocolate.
The chocolate flavor one, of course, I've been taking it for a couple months now, and it's really improving my recovery from runs.
Personally, I am torn between the chocolate and the vanilla, but 32GI protein also comes in mocha for coffee lovers. One thing I love is that the product is not just for post-exercise recovery.
In the evenings, I can actually just add water and eat it like a dessert. It tastes so good.
One of my sort of snacks or often lunch is a protein smoothie because it's just quick and easy to have at work. I'm a real protein monster, and I found that it really works for me, particularly to have enough protein for breakfast and when I'm training.
There is one massive benefit of 32GI protein I haven't mentioned, and I haven't forgot. There's just so much that is awesome about this product that we are only getting to secret number 4 now. It contains Wellmune, a clinically proven beta-glucan that helps to 1. Improve general immune health, 2. Maintain overall physical health, athletes, 3. Protect against the harmful effects of stress, something we all struggle with. And 4. Promote healthy energy levels and mental clarity. All these things are brilliant. Do you want to see more? Well, go to wellmune.com or just watch this.
Meet Wellmune, a science-backed natural ingredient that can help keep our immune cells ready for action. What exactly is this superhero ingredient? Wellmune is a fiber called a yeast beta-glucan that is clinically proven to help strengthen the immune system. Wellmune works by priming billions of immune cells, helping them quickly find and kill foreign invaders that may harm our health. And while you might be familiar with other beta-glucans or immune-boosting ingredients, Wellmune is one of a kind.
Absolutely imperative as an athlete. We're always trying to keep healthy and keep our immune system strong, especially now during COVID-19. What an added benefit to having a pure protein.
Immune boosting qualities as well, which I think as athletes so important. We run our bodies down, but I just love these and I use them every day. They keep me going. If you're training hard, pushing your body day in, day out, makes a massive difference.
32GI's incredible and effective protein is available in Southern Africa in Dis-Chem stores, while also on 32gi.com. For international inquiries, email info@32gi.com. Don't miss out.
I've been a lot of athletes and I've been asking, and it's nice to tell people they can go to this scheme and go and buy a quality product. And if I tested it and I know it's working, it's nice for my athletes to go into this scheme and to go and buy the product at this scheme, and I'm really happy.
So enjoy the new developments, the new products that are out there. Really very easy to check them out and all available in Dis-Chem. And yeah, particularly for me, the protein powders that are dairy free, because I can't have dairy. So if you're like me, go check them out.
Always pleased with 32GI service and pleased with the taste as well. So let's enjoy this and keep on improving and keep on feeling good.
I've absolutely loved the taste of it. I've seen benefits in my own life. It's worked for me. Maybe it could do the same for you too.